All right, bingo. There we go. Excuse me. Good morning, everybody. Great to be back with you. Happy Monday. I am excited for another big week here in OFA. Look at that. Charlie's here with his hand up. Love to see that. Gang, I want to make sure we start this week off strong. We had a great week last week, and I want to make sure we have a great week this week as well. Progress being made, leveling up every single day. So that's incredible. We want to stick right to it. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. For any fathers out there, I hope you guys had an incredible Father's Day. So, without further ado, gang, nice. We're right on time. Let's get it started. Charlie, you're going to be the one with the first question. If anybody else has a question and would like to ask their question, be brought up to speak, all you have to do is raise your hand. In Zoom, at the bottom in your control bar, you're going to see a little heart that says react. If you click that heart, a pop-up will show up, and then there's a little button that says raise hand. It's just above the button that says be right back. So click that raise hand button. It'll raise your hand, get you added to the list. Just let me know that you have a question. Charlie, let's get into it, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. I hope you're doing as well.
I am. I am. I
That's
had an amazing weekend. I'm rested. I'm recharged. I'm ready to roll.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I did much better than I thought I was going to do selling to the community.
Nice.
I wanted to sell 20 t-shirts and I sold 25. And I got like almost $100 in donations.
Oh,
So,
great. That air money.
yeah, that was cool. That was very cool.
That's
Uh,
amazing. Great launch, Charlie. Just doing what Trey said, right?
yeah, I mean that's right. That's right. I'll admit I was very skeptical and I'm every single time I'm skeptical, I'm wrong because you get me over a hurdle. I follow Trey's thing and things are just working. So I don't know that I understand why they're working, but they are, which is really cool. Really, really cool. I just launched my sales funnel to cold traffic.
Nice.
Is the next challenge.
Great.
And I wanted to see if you could go over the cold traffic sales funnel with me and maybe the Facebook ad real quick, just to see if there's anything egregious. I did a lot of what you said. I used Dante AI and ChatGPT to look at the page, and then I have to argue with ChatGPT. And I wanted to see if you could take a look at it and let me know if I need to change it. It's live.
Oh,
Um,
great. Yeah, let's take a look, Charlie. 100%.
okay, thanks.
When did you launch? Today
This
or
morning.
over the weekend?
This morning.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
Uh,
basic yeah. I'm following your formula.
it's perfect. Just so everybody knows what Charlie's doing right now is he's using the ad set where it's kind of a set it and forget it. We're going to let this run for 3 days, see how cold traffic turns out, get our data, and make some decisions based off that data. So let me
Okay.
go see the funnel, Charlie. Let's start there.
Okay, cool.
Actually, no, let me start you how I would start anybody else. We're going to start on traffic. Just in case you guys don't know this, if you were to go ask Russell, when he has a new idea, when he has a new hook, a new business, a new solution, when Russell has a new idea, a new thing, where does he start? Most people, 99% of people would guess, oh, well, Russell Brunson, he starts at the funnel. He starts at the hook, and then he makes a story, and then he crafts an offer, and he launches that out. It's actually opposite. Russell starts with traffic. Where are my fish? Where are they located? Where am I running ads? Where am I going to be getting in front of them? We always start with traffic first. If you find your traffic is on Facebook, then great. I
Oh,
now know my traffic source. I will build a funnel for that traffic source. If I know that my traffic is on a website like themat.com and I'm going to be running banner ads to get traffic from the mat to my funnel, I'm going to build my funnel for that traffic. If I know my traffic is on the front page of yahoo.com, I'm going to build my funnel for that traffic. It is traffic first, then funnel. Does that make sense, Charlie?
oh yeah. Totally
So
makes sense.
good. So good. So let's go take a look at some traffic.
So how do I do that? I know it's all from Facebook.
Yep.
Do you want me to
So
look at
you're Basically, we make this part of the process simple for all of you guys just starting out. Facebook is where you're going to start with your advertising. It's a great starting point for everybody out there, regardless of your customer or your business. We start with Facebook, and then the templates that we're giving you, Charlie, these are built for Facebook and social media. So you're perfectly in alignment here. But your traffic is just wherever you're running your ad, and that's going to be Facebook.
Yes, Facebook. So
Yep.
how
So
do
let me go look at the ad. I want to see the ad. What language do we have on the ad? What's our hook?
okay.
Um, and you're running a bunch of you're basically running the ad that you give it a bunch of different copy sets and a bunch of different images, and you're letting Facebook advertise for you. So I'll only be able to see the copy you put in. We won't be able to see like what ad Facebook actually turns it into. But let's just look at some of that copy and see what we're
All
saying.
right. Let me go back to here,
Hmm.
edit.
Perfect.
Doesn't seem to be populating everything. It's processing, so maybe it hasn't finished process.
That's
Uh,
very possible. Oh yeah, like you just launched this. Oh, no worries. It may be doing its thing,
although
Charlie.
it should show me everything that I did. It's here, let me refresh it. Because it was showing it before. There we go. I had to
Here we
refresh.
go. Nice.
Do you want to see the campaign, the ad set, or the ad?
Let's just see the ad. I believe wherever you put the words in, I believe that's going to be our ad.
Yeah, that's the ad. Uh,
Nice.
so for the ad, I have down here is probably where you're looking for. I
Yep.
have these four images in the carousel,
Yep.
and
And I'm
I've
looking for your primary text. I think that's what that is right
okay, here we
there.
go. Yeah.
Cool. Just read that to me, please.
All right, I'm gonna try. Are you a true bourbon lover? The Neat Freak tea is your badge of honor. Made for those who know their pores, this buttery soft premium shirt is here for a limited time. And it says something else I can't read. Um, and I thought I had five primaries, but it looks like I only have one. So maybe we need to add four more. Or
Are
is that
those whole
just mess
different
up?
primaries just below?
This is the AI. Um,
Oh, okay.
so their AI created this, and I said, okay, go for it.
Yep.
Um, so I had ChatGPT and Dante AI, I forget which, had five primary texts, but it seems like I messed up and only one's still there. But it does have all of the Facebook primary texts from its AI.
Okay, cool. That'll probably be fine. And you did great with your copy there too. So we're really selling the shirt. Do you have anywhere in your copy anything about get free access to the Bourbon Autos community?
I don't.
That's okay. I was just curious about what the ad says. So now that I know what our copy is, what we're sending people to, telling them when, people that click our ad, they
Yeah.
saw this. Now let's go take a look at the funnel.
Okay. So for some reason, I show the prices here, which I didn't want to do at the very front page, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't get around it because if I put something else there, it never shows the prices. So I thought it'd be better to show the prices than not show the prices.
Yes, I 100% agree with you, Charlie. You're perfect here.
Oh wait, this is not the cold. I'm sorry, Dante. Let me go get the cold.
Sure.
That
Great
was
look.
the one that we just did. Here's the cold.
Great look.
So this is more complicated because it's got a bunch more because it's the hot traffic. We didn't need to do so much stuff.
That's right.
Just said, you guys know what a t-shirt is and you know why we're here. This is what I was came up with, and I don't know if it's a good thing because now people have the shirt, and so the AIs, and get them all mixed up now, which was telling me what, told me to put people with shirts in there. And so these are people from the community that are wearing this shirt.
Oh, very cool. Great. Yes, that's amazing. Okay. So, for bourbon lovers who take their pours seriously, the same thing you said in the ad is right there as the headline of my funnel. Love that congruency. Nobody gets confused. Oh, am I on the right place? It's amazing. Soft, stylish, and made by bourbon lovers for bourbon lovers. Available until Sunday only. Each purchase unlocks free lifetime access. I love that, Charlie. This is
Okay.
amazing. You're delivering on what you promised in the ad. It's right there. And then you're hitting them with a little bit extra right in your sub headlines. Hey, you're also going to get this added bonus free access to our community. Images look fantastic. It's got a nice grassroots feel to it, which is exactly what you are. Keep going down. Mm-hmm. Okay. What is on your funnel? My screen is just really far from me. What is that badge?
It's an SSL badge. It's to basically say you're secure when you check out. Like,
Cool. I would probably put um man, somewhere right around here. Uh I'm the worst skill set that I have, Charlie, is being a designer and lining things up so they look pretty and lay on the eye. So I'm not seeing the design hit my brain right now. But at some point, and it might even just be adding a little bit. It might even be adding a little bit more, but somewhere right here, right below your order form, you should have that 60-day money back guarantee right there. So nobody has to scroll, right? To see this, scroll me up to the very top. Let's see what's in the above the fold. Oh, yeah. I'd want it somewhere right there in the above the fold itself where they can see from one clean shot. Oh, wow, a 60-day money back guarantee. You can go further into the guarantee down below and list the details and all that, but I want the badge right below the order form.
okay,
Cool.
okay. With this icon,
That's right, with that icon, 100%.
all right, maybe I'll change this icon out.
No, it's a good icon. I like it. It just looks so similar to the 60-day, and my screen is across my entire room, so I just can't see it. Um,
Okay,
but no, I'm a big fan of that. You could literally just add the badge and a little text. You could just add it right here and then have limited drop all right below that.
okay. I'll have a 1-2 punch right there.
Yep, exactly. Right in the above the fold so they can see everything they need right there.
Okay, okay.
Cool. Then you go into more about the guarantee itself. I love that. Exclusively sold from the community. Amazing. Uh-huh. Premium materials. Look at you go. Let's see what
Yes.
else. Uh-huh. Humane and
I
sustainable. I
didn't know
don't
what
know
to.
about the imagery for that.
Yeah, I didn't know what to put here.
And you don't have that's okay. You like if you just had the materials, Charlie, that would only be a good thing.
Oh,
Like
it is.
yeah, if you're just searching, if we're grasping at straws,
I
it's
am.
probably yeah, okay, so it's probably better not to have it.
Okay.
Right? It would probably just be better to have premium materials. Show with the imagery like you are the different types of materials that they have, and then I'd probably have a drawing down here, right? And it would be a drawing of my T-shirt itself. Sorry, I'm a terrible drawer,
It's
but I would
okay.
have like a drawing of my T-shirt, and then coming off of here, you're highlighting the materials. So I'd have like a little thing that comes off here, and it shows about that material. And then I'd have something maybe coming off the sleeve like this, and it talks about your material. Just a simple, high quality graphic that they can see the shirt itself, and then they can see the premium materials and all the things you're highlighting there. Does that make sense?
Does.
Nice, great. You could just have that, Charlie, and
And
that'd be
it,
perfectly fine, especially to start. As we first launch this out and as we're first getting data, see what the heat map looks like. Are people even going down here and reading this, or is it pointless and it's all the above the fold?
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So not do I forget it was telling Doug, I think, to have like the zigzag. Just have,
Yes.
don't worry about the zigzag, just have one image here.
Yeah, that's 100% what I would do, Charlie.
Okay. Okay. And then I have my frequently asked questions.
Hmm. Now, frequently asked questions that just looks like a happy person. We want images to invoke the emotions we're trying to portray here. So you probably want to have them questioning or thinking or looking up quizzically.
Okay. Okay. This was just stock image from ClickFunnels. I'm not sure.
Do you know how to find all the different images we have inside of ClickFunnels, Charlie?
No.
Oh, okay. Let's do it. Put your mouse on that image. Click it. Go to your library, that little button right over there. Correct. On the left-hand side, you have a bunch of options now like Free Pick and Pixabay. Let's go to Free Pick.
Oh, I use Free Pick for AI stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Go type in up top questions. I don't know why it's not displaying for you. What kind of screen are you on right now, Charlie?
I mean, my monitor.
Yeah, is this just like a normal computer or is it a tablet?
No, it's a normal computer. I've got three screens and
Okay, I figured.
craziness.
Yeah, I figured so. I don't know why those images aren't showing. Maybe we just have to reload the browser. That was really interesting. But yeah, you can check out all.
Oh,
And that's so interesting. I've literally
wow.
never seen that happen. Probably
Wow.
just a quick reload. But yeah, you can
Okay.
use all of our tools on the left-hand side, Charlie, and just
Okay.
go in there and you can easily find a quick image of somebody questioning and that'll fit a little bit better there.
Great. That's easy peasy.
Yes,
I,
sir.
I can do that.
Nice. Yeah. Great FAQs here.
Okay. Um, I didn't have any testimonial here. I have one up here, just kind of like thrown up here because one of the AIs told me to, just to have one there. Is that okay?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You want to, if you had three, it'd be better to have three, but you replace them as they come in, Charlie. That's absolutely fine.
Well, these are all fake.
Cool. Great. Then make two more fake ones.
Okay, I have three fake ones at the donation page.
Cool.
Just reuse
Perfect.
those. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Or if we're making fake ones, let's just go make some fake ones that talk about the features of our shirt. This is the softest shirt I own.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I've washed my shirt 72 times now and it still looks like brand new.
They did come up with some good ones.
Yeah, of course. As I look at the funnel here, Charlie, I think there's one more thing that we could add to it at the very bottom. First off, I don't think you have a button below your FAQs. You don't. So we probably want to have a button at the end of our FAQs, right? Like maybe even if you added a new row right there and just a one column row. And you probably want to add a headline and a button. And that headline will say something along the lines of ready to grab your shirt today. Bingo. The button, let's click on that to go to the action. The button action is going to be set to scroll. Now you can choose as you start moving down that list, you'll see, keep moving your mouse down. You'll see things highlighting on the left hand side of the page. Keep moving down. You'll see it. As you can see, that's your section. There's your headlines that we're highlighting. Yeah, right there. So I'd probably take them back to a headline, Charlie. Go up right there. That looks great.
Okay.
Bingo. So now you never know where you're really going to resonate with your customers, right? You might hit them right up top with the hook, but it may be in the body, in the story part of your funnel, or maybe at the very end in your offer or your urgency and scarcity. You don't know where you're really going to sway that customer to want to do the thing. So at all the big points in our funnel, we want to have buttons that will
Okay.
send them right up top, right? Because if they read those FAQs and they're like, man, that's awesome. That's a great shirt. I need that. We want a button that they can easily click, takes them up top, and they can go do the thing.
Do I need to make this a different color? The button.
Yes, you'll definitely want to make that a different color, but you might want to just take some time and like redesign it, right? I put this inside that section for you, Charlie. You may want to take it out so there's not a green background. Tons of different options on how
Okay.
you actually make that look. You see what I mean there?
Yeah, okay.
Right.
I could just put it up. Maybe not. Okay, I can mess with that.
Yeah, there's bunches of options here. But I think one thing that we could add to the very end is what is Bourbon Autos? Who are the Bourbon Autos? What is the Bourbon Autos community? We hit them with that in the sub headline at the very top of the funnel, but then we never mention it or we never say anything about it. And I think that's something that would be great bait for your customers, and they
Okay.
may very well want to know more information about this. So, whether you put it below your FAQs or above your FAQs, I
Should it be
don't know.
should
Go
it be
ahead.
FAQ?
It could definitely be an FAQ 100%, but we'd really want to just we would want to highlight it because you're putting it right at the top of the funnel. Hey, you're also going to get access to this community. It's a selling feature, it's a highlight point. So we wouldn't just want it as one FAQ kind of buried. We want an entire section all about who are Bourbon Autos, what is the
Okay.
Bourbon Auto community. Inside the community, you're going to get this and this and this and this. We have our bi-weekly or we have our monthly meetups. We have all this. And what we're building towards is here's our vision. Here's the path we want to go down.
Okay.
That is the only real thing I'm seeing missing from the funnel so far.
I
And
think
I
that
think, scroll me up.
I
Let me
think I
just take
have
a
that
look.
in copy in a different section.
Where? I didn't see it.
No, I think it's in like I don't know,
Oh,
the
the thank you
tickets or
page or something
subscription.
after they've bought.
Yeah.
But they would have had to buy to see that. And access to the community is
Yeah.
definitely part of your offer as to why they would buy. So we need it right here on the page
Okay.
that they're making their buying decision.
First page. Okay.
Yep. And I would think that as I'm looking at it, man, I think scroll me down just a little bit. I think it'd be great. You got everything about the t-shirt. You go right into your guarantee that's made from and sold from the community itself. You're going to go into the materials of the shirt, and then you're going to have a highlight mock-up of the shirt itself, a really sexy image of the shirt. Then go into the Bourbon Autos community.
Okay.
So I would do it above FAQs, right into
Okay.
community. We would end it with FAQs.
Okay. 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 I'll do that. I'll add that section because I think I already have something that I can put there.
Nice. Perfect.
All right. Can I show you the subscription
Yes,
page?
you can.
So if they go ahead and purchase, then they go on to the next page,
Mm-hmm.
which is a subscription.
Nice work.
This always goes back to, it's supposed to be that, the OTO. For some reason, whenever I go to this page, it goes back to step one and it needs to be OTO.
Nice. Scroll me down a little bit. So good. Is this backed with a satisfaction guarantee or is this backed with a 60-day money back guarantee?
I didn't think there was a difference.
Well, I'm buying a t-shirt. My subscription is different than my main product, technically speaking. So you
Okay.
could have a 60-day guarantee on the t-shirts, but just a satisfaction guarantee on the subscription, which would mean you're only really on the hook for one t-shirt. If you did a 60-day on a subscription product like this, well, theoretically, they could get two t-shirts and then cancel. So you'd be out the whole two shirts. I'd probably just leave this as a 100% satisfaction guarantee, Charlie.
And then get rid of the 60-day part.
Right. But does that badge say 60-day or satisfaction guarantee?
It says satisfaction guarantee 100%.
Right. And then your text is saying
It's
60
60
day. I
day.
would probably just start leaving it as a satisfaction.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll say percent. Okay.
Nice. 100% satisfaction guarantee. And then the text on that is fairly small. but that's okay. Like we could add some more marketing to this, right, Charlie? We could add some more copy and have it say, like, our t-shirts are one of the most favorite things, the most beloved things about our community. Community members have been ranting and raving forever about how nice the shirts are and how much fun they have creating them. But if you don't love it, you're always backed with a 100% satisfaction, right? So, like, we could market it as like more of a teamwork, more of a unit, more of a Bourbonato's community type thing. But hey, if you ever don't love it, don't worry about it. But I think you're fine for now. I think that's
Okay.
that's perfectly fine. It's short. My favorite quote about marketing is don't be cute, be clear. And
Yeah.
that is not cute. That is just clear. And I'm a huge fan of that.
Okay.
I'd love to see some urgency and scarcity. There we go. Limited spots. Some designs will never be sold again. So if you were to add anything to this, Charlie, I would look towards urgency and scarcity. Now, this is your only chance to get this T-shirt. After this T-shirt goes away, right? And you could also say our to lock in the design, just a little bit more of an urgency scarcity push at the very end, and it is 100%. It's your limited spots.
At the end, not up here.
Well, I love it up there. I would probably just re-emphasize it at the very bottom.
Okay.
Right. You don't have to. This is great for now. This is an OTO. They've already made their purchase. They've already said yes. These are very simple, very quick decisions. We don't need tons of copy. So I'm a huge fan of what I'm seeing right here. You do not need to add this. But
Okay.
let's say, later today you go look at the clarity recordings. You're not supposed to, but let's say you do because we're curious and you start to notice a trend, right? Maybe you're seeing like, oh, nice, got a couple sales. And those sales went into upsell and nobody took the upsell. I wonder why. And you go to summarize in Microsoft Clarity, and Clarity kicks back and says, it looks like a lot of your people were trying to scroll down for more information, but there was none presented. We think some more information could be a big lift. I'm just saying, if you start to see something where you're like, ooh, I think I need more on this page because there's not enough, urgency and scarcity would be a great place to start.
That's great. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. All right. And then here is the last upsell, I guess.
Oh, donation page.
Yes.
Man, I love this. Bourbonato Virtual Hangout is really kind of hard to see in the bottom left. And man, I would just love to see a little bit stronger design here, Charlie. We
Okay.
could we could have that as a headline, right above your image, Bourbonato's Virtual Hangout, and maybe two fingers, icon before and after pointing down, just showing them that this is the screen that you're looking at. Right
Okay.
now, they'd have to see it in the bottom left. It's kind of hidden, and we're marketers, so I don't want anybody to work for anything. I want to make the job and process as seamless as possible, walk them through everything. So we might add that. Maybe you want to make a custom image that has like a banner up top to grab their attention. I don't think you need that, Charlie. Personally, I think just a black headline would do just fine.
Okay.
Um, yeah, unlike yes. Okay, cool. Let's scroll down. Are you already at uh just about 500 members?
We're like 450, something like that.
Yeah, it's amazing, Charlie. Great stuff,
Wow.
man.
Yeah, it's good. It's
That's
growing fast.
great.
It is so engaged. I can't keep up. I seriously, I have somebody else helping with me, and we were like, it's like a full-time job just to try to keep up. I can't.
That is amazing. That's amazing, man. You are on the precipice of greatness with this.
So I
Do you have
hope
moderators?
I have one other admin.
Okay.
Um,
You might look at another one now if you guys are both like just kind of drowning in it. You can have multiple moderators.
yeah, and I might have to. This is something else. Anybody else who does a community should know about. We've had a couple bots come in.
Yeah.
And so I put something up in the community. I said, if you find anything suspicious, let me know right away. So the second bot came in yesterday, and people just kept on just told me right away. I'm like, because like I'm like, wow. So banned them like right away, but that happens. Like if you have a community, these bots and they start talking to members and wanting to communicate outside and whatnot, gone. So
It's
anybody
awesome.
else who does a community, like there's a lot, there's some stuff you have to make sure you're aware of.
Oh yes,
That's
moderation. The moderation of the community is very important.
yeah, and I'm wondering if I should gate it at some point. Because right
You mean
now,
make it paid?
no, no, no. I do want to do that, but before I do that, just make it so that they have to answer 3 questions before they get in the community. Right now, you just get in no problem.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, and it'll definitely deter bots.
Yeah,
But that's a friction adder, Charlie.
yeah, yeah.
So you're getting such a few amount of bots, like 2 or 3 bots is nothing.
Okay,
If you get a 1%, so 1 out of every 100, that's nothing. You're fine with that.
okay.
Uh, But if you add 3 questions, you would be adding friction
I know.
that may not affect your members. You may get just as good of a sign up rate,
Yeah,
or adding that friction, you may get people that don't go through and don't want to
right.
answer the question. Hey, the only
Yeah,
way to find out is to test and try. Everybody's community is kind of different on those. Some people it'll
right.
kill the community. Some people it doesn't affect anything.
Okay, okay. I was hesitant to do it because, right now I want my, cost per conversion to be as good as possible, and I thought that
Hmm.
was a potential barrier.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't add it just quite yet. When we get
Yeah.
to like 700, 750, then I'd start thinking about adding it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm curious, Charlie, when they give a donation to the community, do they get a special badge by chance? Because in school, you can give people certain badges. Some of that can be unlocked by them reaching different levels that you set inside of the community. But you can also, I believe, assign people badges. Have you thought about doing that yet?
I didn't know you could do that.
I believe you can. Yes, I believe you can. Definitely ChatGPT and look it up. If I'm not mistaken, you can assign badges inside of school, like people that moderate. I think they can get a special badge. Um, um, so yeah, just curious if that's possible. I think I would add that immediately to the offer, and that's the only real thing I would change about it. Everything else looks fantastic.
Okay, cool.
You should definitely look into that though, Charlie. I'm sure you're familiar with streaming and Twitch.
Hmm.
Yeah, when that first started up, man, you had people literally sacrificing their lives. They were
Badges.
giving 70 hours a week to a streamer just so they could have a badge next to their name inside of the community. What that really goes to is status. Human
Yeah,
beings love status in any way that they can raise or elevate their status. And don't forget, human beings like a fast track. So just by adding that option right there,
that's
it's like a
interesting.
pay to play option in the
Yeah.
gaming world, as they say. Just having it where, hey, when you make a donation and support the community, I'm also going to give you an exclusive badge that only donations get. Man, you will get people to take you up just because of that one fact.
And can you have multiple badges? I guess I'll have to
Yes,
find that out.
no, I believe you can. I believe
Okay.
so.
Because actually, I have multiple badges, but it's from school. I'm like the top 1% community builder, and I'm on fire because I post so much. So,
Yep.
I know there's multiple possibilities. I just don't know if I can do it for my members.
I am quite sure that you can.
Okay, I'll have to look into that because that's interesting.
Yep. But aside from that, this is fantastic, Charlie.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. Like I have some copy as to what's, what we're about.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know if I should just take this and add it to the front page.
Um, I'm just seeing it lay out different in my head. Maybe some of this copy for sure, Charlie. Like you can take some of these bullets, but on your front page of the t-shirt sales, w- yes. Yes, you can do this. It's just going to be a different layout, a different design. Don't give them this exact design because it really doesn't go with your first page. Um, Having said that, yes, have like why Bourbonato's is different. I wouldn't have that on the first page as the headline. I would have it say, who are the Bourbonatos? Or I would say, why was Bourbonato's created? Right?
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying there?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's a little different marketing and different positioning. You can use the bullets, you can use those points that you're really trying to highlight, but we're going to design it and we're going to lay it out a totally different way.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Nice.
The purpose is different.
Yes, 100%. This is great for this page right now. Wouldn't be great on the sales page.
Okay. No, I'm glad you said that because I would have just done it easy peasy, but it needs a little, yeah. Okay. Yeah. And
Reviews. I love the 3 5-star reviews right there. That's perfect.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are all fake. But
Nah, love it. Great. Being a savage, Charlie. I'm a huge fan of that.
I don't know why anybody would do this. I don't know why anybody would donate if they're cold or get a subscription or buy a t-shirt. So it's going to be really interesting.
This is going to be awesome.
So I'm crossing my fingers.
I think it's going to go great, Charlie.
Oh, thanks. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to make some of the changes you made. Then I'm gonna go to the mountains, and then hopefully I'll be able to join in tomorrow. I don't know if I will or not, so I'd like to see Trey as well. Other than that, I'll be back Thursday.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it, man.
We'll
Have a
see.
nice trip. Stay off Facebook. Don't look at anything. Even if you want to, enjoy your time.
Thanks, Dante.
You got it, man.
Thank you.
All right. I can stop your share, make life easy peasy. So good. That is fantastic. Just in case you're new and you're not familiar, Charlie is on the ecom track and he's running Trey's faceless community method. Super cool. Great execution here. All right, let's hop over to Doug, and after Doug will be Anastasia. But Doug, how can I help today, my friend?
Can you? I was. I need to log into ClickFunnels in Chrome. I'm in Edge, and it's not showing my pictures again. I've just got stuck. I just realized that when I opened up my phone. Can you take Anastasia and then get to me after that?
I sure can, Doug. Not a problem.
All right.
Let's hop
All
over
right.
to Anastasia. How are we today?
Hi,
Hey,
good to
hey.
see you again.
Great to see you.
I'm a little bit confused right now because last time I was here on the phone calls, it was all the way up to New Year. And then I came in here, like I didn't do any calls for 6 months and everything changed. So I'm not understanding right now. Do you still do like 10 o'clock and then tomorrow visit Ray, or VIP calls are different because it says 2 p.m. Eastern time. So, and now I'm on here, so I'm completely confused. So what's going on? I want to
Okay,
ask.
great questions. Do you know which cohort you're in, what date you're in for your community?
I started today, like I usually those calls just were on my platform. I was just going through like class study, like it was just live calls, it's
Yes.
scheduled, and I would click on the links twice a week, and I would be like, I would see you guys. But now it takes you to a different page, and like upgraded to VIP, so I'm not exactly understanding what's going on, but it says 2 p.m.
Cool.
So,
Great questions. Uh,
mhm,
Here's how it's going to work for you, Anastasia.
mhm,
Basically, we've separated general admission and VIP. And it's
okay.
just so I could better serve our VIP members. For everybody who's in general admission, I still stream this to them. Everybody can still watch because I want everybody to have success. But I also want to make sure that for the ones who are going to commit, I can give them my full attention. So we now have separate VIP groups, and you'll see a special VIP community that you're a part of that's going to be labeled as June 16th. That's a community you've already been added to it. So for
Mhm.
you in the June 16th community, you still have your OFA training. Let me show you this. Let me do this. I'm
I
going to
just, the reason is I don't want to mess up your routine. And like maybe I'm in the wrong spot today.
No, you're not. I open up the link for both sessions every Monday
Oh,
just in case this happens. Your
okay.
session is at 2 o'clock. I have two times that I do coaching now because we have
Oh,
different cohorts. So
okay.
for some cohorts, it's 11 o'clock a.m. For
Okay.
other cohorts, like your cohort, it's at 2 p.m. So you have daily coaching for the next 30 days, every single day, starting at 2 p.m. We
Okay.
do still have Trey and Russell. So on Tuesdays at 12 p.m., Trey goes live. You can just click this same link you used here today. The
Mhm.
same link for 30 days. So Tuesday at 12 o'clock, just click the link and you join right into Trey.
Okay.
Friday at 12 o'clock, Russell goes live for the expert track. If you want to join those, just click the link Friday at 12 and you're rocking and rolling. Does that make
Okay.
sense so far?
Absolutely, I understood. So you want me to come back today at 2 with my question then?
Yeah, well, you're here and I opened up the link just in case this happens, so I can help you right now today. That's fine.
Oh,
But going forward, yeah, you just show up every day, 2 o'clock is your training.
perfect, perfect. Thank you so much. You're always so
Absolutely.
nice.
Let
Uh,
me let me take you down for just a quick moment. I'm gonna remove this. Okay, can you see my ClickFunnels screen now?
yes.
Okay, great. Here's how to access your training. First off, if you want to access your community, go to Learn and Connect, and then this will take you right to your private OFA community
Mhm.
where you can ask questions, get help, anything you need. But the big thing I want to show you here is your training courses. If you click into training courses, you're going to see two. One says One Funnel Away 2024, and that's probably the one that you're familiar with
Yes,
because you're a
exactly.
previous member.
Yes.
Inside, here's the main differences. In One Funnel Away 2024, Russell on the expert track is teaching VSL funnels, video sales letter funnels.
Mhm.
He, he changed it up. So now we have the One Funnel Away 2025 training. And in
Ooh,
2025, it's the same ecom track. Nothing about ecom changed. In 2025, Russell is teaching webinars, one-to-many
oh, perfect.
presentations. So if you want to do webinars, use 2025 on the expert track. If you want to do sales letters, VSLs, use 2024. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Oh, thank you.
Nice.
For the last person. Okay, then. Um, okay. So I
Yeah, so
will,
I think you had some questions, right?
yes.
Let's get into it.
Perfect. So I supposed to hit share, right?
Yes, yes, that'd be great. Share your screen, and then that pop-up shows up. When you share, just share your entire screen. Perfect, just like this. I can follow
Okay,
you anywhere now.
right. So so last year I didn't get a chance to talk to you or to Trey. Like you guys just didn't have a time to take so what do I click, edit or preview?
Edit. That'll take us
Edit.
into the
Okay.
editor.
Right. So thing is, I will rebuild my funnel because I got some more knowledge. I loved FHL 10. I've been there. We met. So my thing with this funnel is that when I did it super late for Christmas.
Mm,
And when I did, when it went off online, like live, right? So I was getting 1,000 views, but nobody went to sales page. And I'm not
mm.
sure what happened there. Maybe it was a technical issue, whatever. But I just right now want you to take a look at it and tell me, okay, like this is looks wrong, like I don't understand product or, from sales point of view, because I'm going to rebuild it. I'm going to make a new one, different pictures and different stuff. But, I just wanted you to look right now and tell me, okay, like it just, this is what jumps at me.
I love that.
Mhm.
Let's do it. First thing
Right?
I'm seeing, yeah, click off. So let me just give you, I have this recorded and streamed into your community. So I'm gonna run through this really quickly, Anastasia. You can
Mhm.
rewatch the recording if you'd like and find like a whole checklist. You can basically go down and do this as I'm doing it. I'm gonna move pretty quick through this because later on today at 2 o'clock, I'm gonna show you how we're using Microsoft Clarity and AI to do all the tweaks for us on our funnel. It's amazing. So all
Okay.
the data that you received, I had thousands of people go to my page. Man, we're going to capture that data next time and we're going to use AI to make data-driven decisions and find the things that people are struggling with, fix those and get conversions. So,
Mhm.
I'll show you all that at 2. For now, take me up to the top.
This is stop, right? Yeah.
Perfect. First thing I want to see is the company email address up at the top. If you have a phone number, I'd also love to see the company phone number at the top right. Just simple,
Oh,
simple
where did it
little
go?
things. Yeah, you have a
Oh,
logo, which is great, but a phone number and an email are more guaranteed. That's more solid. Simple, simple little things here.
it's
Then,
probably, oops. I thought it's gonna do it quickly. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be on a, yeah, I have it on another page. See,
I
but I
want it
didn't put,
everywhere. Yeah,
okay, so,
I definitely
mhm,
want it. I want that instead of your logo. If I had to choose email and phone number or logo, I choose email and phone number instead of the
mhm.
logo. Um, So email and phone at the top. Then I'm looking at the headline, and we can definitely strengthen our headline. Transform your tree. Discover the beauty of personalized ornaments. Well, what kind of ornament is it? We don't just have to say personalized ornaments. We can call out the product. Let's scroll down just a little bit and let me see what that ornament is. See, like I'm seeing two conflicting videos. So I'm seeing a lot of conflicting information. Here I can see that there is no ornament. Sorry, you can just keep me right there. Here on the tree, I'm seeing that there is no ornament itself, and the tree looks barren, bland, and boring. You did a great job with that grayscale image. But then here I'm seeing I am seeing an ornament. I can see it's snowmen with the names of the family members there, and it looks much better. But then over to the right, I'm seeing another product, and it looks like it's a stocking. And is that an ornament, or are you telling me that I can put these ornaments in a stocking as stocking stuffers? See, right here, I've already become very confused. So enlighten me. What am I buying? What am I looking at?
It's exactly what you thought. Just to make people understand it's a gift. It could be put in stocking as a gift too.
Oh man, so if that's the case, then I want to change this headline and I want to say makes an amazing stocking stuffer. Best stocking stuffer of the season.
Mm-hmm. So basically you have to explain very, very clear, very single step in a picture.
Absolutely. And what I would tell you for this image here on the right-hand side, I would probably turn that into a GIF. I would take your ornament, and do you know what a GIF is?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. If anybody doesn't know what a GIF is a 15-second or less video that plays automatically. So I would take a GIF and I would have your awesome product and I would have it right up next to the screen, and then I would take it and I would put it inside of a stocking and have it laying out, and then I would hang the stocking on my fireplace. That's because now I'm showing this is the product and we're stocking stuffing it. It is a gift. I'm giving it to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I would unwrap it. If I'm trying to say makes an amazing gift, I might make a GIF of me unwrapping the thing and having like a Christmas feel so people can say, oh, wow, I would love to give that as a gift, or I would love to receive that as a gift. I'll buy it for myself. Does that all make sense?
Yes.
Nice. You hit the nail on the head. We have to be so unbelievably clear as we go through the funnel. In our imagery, in our copy. One of my favorite marketing quotes ever is don't be cute, be clear.
Mm-hmm. Good one.
Cool. All right, let's keep looking through.
Wait. Okay. Here.
Yup.
I did the text like Trey was telling us to do in Chat GPT.
Yep. Really good.
But
really
I'm not
good.
sure if it's very, very long.
No, that's good. That's
Okay.
story. We need to have story. Sure. I can just make a headline that says, I can just make a headline that says, transform your tree today with this amazing family ornament. I could make a thing that says, transform your tree to your best family reminder. Familitize your tree this year. I could make just that, but nobody's really going to resonate with that. It's much harder. We want stories. It's stories that sell. It's stories that we tell that customers can see themselves in, that make them actually want to buy the product instead of leaving the page. So I love you having this story here, and the story is awesome. Love it. Keep going. Okay, what is it? Yes.
Do you want me to keep moving? Because
Again, as I look at imagery, the first image that you had on there had writing on the hats of the snowmen, and I don't see writing here. So is writing going to be an upsell?
not exactly. I'm explaining that you can have ornament of like it's gonna look like this is how it looks when you just buy it, right? And then if I scroll down, you will see that it's a gift. You can pack it up, and that we are personalizing it. We put names on it.
Oh, okay. So they can personalize it.
Right. So they can
Right.
so we have offline store, and this is exactly what we're doing offline. But I want to move business online, and I know that Trey, well, we've been doing it for over 20 years, but Trey had exactly the same
Oh
business
yeah, I
here.
remember you. You have the ornament shop.
Yes.
I remember now.
Yes, he didn't get a chance to take a look at it. So, but I don't want to be offline. I want to be online.
Yeah.
And his idea was to let them personalize
Yeah.
themselves. So that's how I put it. So like they can do it like that. So when you get it, it's empty. But then you can buy a pen. Well, actually, I wasn't sure if to sell it or to include it because it's a little bit expensive. But anyways, so, and then they can do it like a family tradition, to write on it with kids, and then their tree gonna look like that, whatever names they have.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at a stocking, we have different designs, and also they come in different quantities. It can be family of 3 or 7 or 10 people or penguins or whatever. So, and this was the whole explanation.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
trying to like give it a Christmas mood. That's why it's on a stocking, and also let them know, oh, you can put it as, you can use it as a gift. Usually, if offline, people have it as keepsake. So we have different kinds of them, not just a family, for different occasions. And so people keep coming back every year and buy from us because their situation changes. Like you have a new baby, so now you're family of 4. Congratulations again. But you can be married, you can be engaged, animals, sports, hobbies, professions, different stuff.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Yes.
Okay.
So, mhm.
So, let me get this down. I'm putting something in the chat for you right now.
Um,
I just put a link in the chat for you. Don't worry, you'll be able to get to it later when we're all
Okay.
done looking at this. It's a link to Dante I.
Mhm.
Dante I is a robot that I made. He's only trained on the frameworks and teachings of Russell Brunson himself. Dante I is a fantastic strategist. He is so
Oh.
good at strategy. He never misses, he never eats, he never sleeps, he never gets tired. He's awesome. So use him exhaustively. When it comes to your copy and just stuff on the page, he's incredible. So I want to make sure I get him in your hands right away.
Okay.
There is there is there is some stuff that I'm thinking here. When are you looking to launch this, Anastasia? Do you know what date is the earliest you can launch that you'll make sales?
Well, we have a Christmas in July. But I'm not sure if I will be do funnel by then. I'm not sure if I will be ready. But Trey told me last time I have to be ready in August.
Yeah,
So
I think so too. I think
that's
so
what you
too.
told me. Yes, that's why I got into calls earlier, so I can ask all the questions and get it done by August.
Cool.
Ideally, I can do it earlier, but
Okay. Yes. Where are you located again?
well, I live in Maryland, but offline stores in Ohio.
Okay. And you're targeting US?
Yes, the whole country.
Yeah.
If it was outside, the only problem right now to ship outside if we will go with personalizing ourselves, which makes it hard because if we do mistake or they do mistake, shipping back and forth to fix it is really hard. So for me, it would be ideal to sell it as Trey did it, just do it yourself, make it your family tradition. So then it could be outside. But right now, yes, I need to catch everyone in United States. It will be, much more people than just a store.
Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I love this. Um, Definitely be here tomorrow because I think
Mhm.
we will have time for Trey to talk to you about this. That's the
Okay.
beauty of how we went VIP. Now Trey and these Zooms are only reserved for VIPs. Everybody gets to watch, but not participate like you do. So definitely be here tomorrow. I'd love to have Trey look at this, especially because I imagine he's probably building one of these for the upcoming months as well, if I had to take a lucky guess. Um, so I'd love to look some more into this with him, but I'm seeing mostly everything that I want, Anastasia. I'm seeing I'm seeing all the great things I'm wanting to see.
Mhm.
Let's at 2 o'clock, come back to your 2 o'clock
Mhm.
session
Sure.
and let me walk you through how we use Microsoft Clarity nowadays.
Right. Okay. Okay. But you don't see like whole lot of big problem with it because I was trying to understand why 1,000 people came to first page and never went to next. So it seems like you don't see whole lot of problem with the first page. So something else
Well,
is wrong.
it's very generic. It's very bland and generic on the
Mm-hmm.
first page, and we're trying to speak to everyone. So I would dive into the traffic and I would try and say like, who's the target? Are we targeting grandmas? Because if we're targeting grandmas, then I want the headline to say commemorate your family's events with the Christmas family ornament,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what they're coming for. They want to commemorate events. I would have the headline say create a lifetime or create a lifelong uh I forget the word. Come on, brain. I forget the word, but like what's that lifelong thing that we do every year? Create a lifelong tradition.
Tradition.
Commemorate your family with a lifelong tradition, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
or are we targeting parents? So I think a lot of it is really going to come down to traffic and dream customer and having a headline that's just not so generic and a little bit more specific, that's
Okay.
actually speaking to a customer and their desires, what they want out of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just going to be simple marketing. And with what I'm going to show you at 2, we find that out as soon as you launch. We find out so much so quickly once we start sending people here.
Okay, perfect. Then I'll come at 2 and tomorrow we try to get like everything, all the information together. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. It's great to have you back, Anastasia.
Thank you. Great to
Absolutely.
see you.
That's awesome.
Okay, now I have to figure out how to
No
share.
worries. I got you. I
Okay,
stopped
perfect.
it. Hey, just make sure to go to the chat and get that link for it
Yes.
ends with /Dante. That's for Dante I.
Thank you.
All right, you got it. Bingo. Let's round it out with Doug. How we doing, my friend?
I'm all right here. How are you, Dante?
Awesome. Awesome. What are we working on today?
Well, I got my still trying to. Well, congratulations to Charlie. Charlie, there. I think you're listing on your 450. I mean, I'm gonna have to. I'm a few clicks behind you. I might have to funnel hack you, brother.
Yep, please do. And if you need help, just let me know. I'm glad if you want to do it in school, I'm seriously glad to help if I can.
Yeah. Well, I might ask you about the school thing because that's part of the thing I'm going to ask Dante here today is getting this going. So, hey, thanks,
Cool.
thanks for that. So this is what I have so far, Dante, on my let's see. I have a hard time managing this thing here. Okay, so I'm working on, are you seeing my screen, I guess, or
Yep.
that's the first question?
Gotcha.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
Um, I'm working on the images here, and I noticed, my two column row here,
Mhm.
there's no text here. So the same issue, just briefly, if I go into mobile, I can see that I have that text mobile only for that.
Mhm.
So I'm still a little confused. I have to do this a few times about cloning. So I'm not sure if I can just jump on this element right here and turn it back to desk or all, and it goes into both.
You
And when I make
can.
these and when I make these changes, I know first I think we start out right with the desktop and then we make a clone and then it drops into here and then we make the one mobile only, then we go back and delete the one in the desktop version. Can you summarize that again? And so first of all, I just go into here and do this here and come down and just make this mobile only then? No,
Well,
desktop.
it's mobile
Oh,
only now, and that's why your text is not showing
right.
up on desktop. So make it
Right.
all.
Yep, sure. Okay. That's what I
Bingo.
thought. So
Yep.
save.
Now let's go
Uh,
check out the desktop version.
yeah, it's there. Yeah.
And there we go. Yep. So what you were doing, Doug, to try and show you what was going on, if you look at the top of your paddle, top left. There's that box that goes all around everything. Yeah. Now move your mouse out of that for a moment, and you can see that red box. It goes around everything. Your paddle, the words. So Yes, and what you were doing, Doug, was you went to your text right here and you went to the element itself and you made the element mobile only. But we don't want to do it on the elements. We want to do it on the
Oh,
row itself, the blue row, because that has everything inside of it. So
okay.
that
So,
that's what we did
yeah,
above. We cloned the row. We made
right.
one row desktop, one row mobile, and now you can edit them individually. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. So what I did is I cl probably cloned this paragraph right here.
Yes, you did. The element itself, when we should have cloned that row.
That
Correct.
what should be right here if I want to just do it for.
Correct. Yes.
All right.
And
And
then
then
you can
let's
go
say
into the row settings.
uh, right here now.
The yes, right there.
So let
Now, go ahead.
okay.
No, please,
So
Doug.
we can do this example. I can work through it and delete it later. So okay. So let's say I was trying to clone this and do something to mobile. Then what where are we going from here?
So now you went into the row settings. I can tell that because top left, it shows me that we're in the row. So now you would just go to the bottom here and make it mobile only.
Right. Okay. Like right
Yep.
there. Okay. All right.
Bingo. Now that row and everything within it is only on mobile. Then you'd go back to your desktop version up top. Mm-hmm. Now
Right.
go to the one, there it is. Yep. Uh-huh. And go to that row settings. Uh-huh. And make it desktop only at the very bottom.
So how come the clone isn't showing up twice on my desktop here then that I just did?
Because we made the first clone mobile only. It won't show on desktop anymore. It only shows on mobile.
Oh, oh, okay. Yeah, and so
That's why
if
I'm
I
cloning it in the
okay,
first place, Doug. I want two versions of the same row. So I can make one mobile, one desktop.
okay. But you know, I don't need to make when I create this, when I first create this page, before I even start looking at mobile or any funnel page when we're doing that, we don't necessarily have to just say, we don't have to go in here and do for every row and make it desktop only. It's assumed to be desktop. And then if we want to make changes because it's not showing up right on mobile, then we need to clone that row and make it mobile only, and then do the adjustments working like reverse type of deal. Does that make sense, the question?
That's 100% right, Doug. We do a lot of great optimizations for you automatically. But for anything specific where you're like, oh man, this doesn't look great on mobile, everything else looks fine, but this didn't go perfectly, then that's where you would do this. You would have a clone, you'd have a mobile only version, and you can tweak it to whatever you need.
Okay. Well, I think that really helps out a lot. I'll try to
Nice.
hopefully I might have another question on that, you know, going forward, but
Sure.
that does help.
Nice.
Oops. So if I reload, cancel,
Yeah, let's
let's,
cancel and then save.
oops.
That's okay. You know what you're
I
doing
didn't
now.
want to necessarily save those changes anyway. I just kind of wanted to work through it.
Cool.
Uh, okay. So now, so that takes care of that. Let's see here. So on the second page here, um, yeah, this is where the school committee we haven't set up yet. You know, right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is I've got and what did you say about the countdown timer again? I forgot. You said maybe go back and put it in the sign up sheet as well, a small timer in the you
Yeah.
know in the name, like in here somewhere.
You could, yes, you could put a timer right below the button, and that would be just a great place for them, like right there. Yeah, they could
Yeah.
easily see, wow, there's only 2 days left on this urgency and scarcity. So, what I was saying to you before was if you scroll up for me on your headline itself, we should have our end date. Like, there's no especially in a giveaway funnel like this, urgency and scarcity is an amazing driver. So, it doesn't tell me when this giveaway ends. That should be
Okay.
right here on the funnel. But also, we could have like right at the top, you can have a top banner that has a timer that counts down till the end date. And then right after the timer, you have text that says ends and you put the actual date itself. And that could be all just a simple small banner right above your headline.
Okay. So the element would be a banner then, or what would the element be there?
No, that would just be a new section.
Oh, so a
Uh,
whole new green. a whole new green section above the uh above my headline. Actually, this is a section itself. The whole thing is a section, but that's a row in the
Yes.
section at the top.
Yes, I would do an entire new section, and I'm actually going to take your screen share, Doug, and just so I can show you exactly what I mean, I'm going to remove
I think
this.
I'm
Okay,
following.
can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay, great. Let's hop in. So you're right. You did make everything in one giant section, and that's fairly uncommon. In a funnel like yours, it's okay because it's a giveaway page. It's a really short page, but many
Yeah.
times we have many sections, and that's
Okay.
just so we can control our design a little better. But for you,
Right.
you would want to add a new section. So I'm going to hop here. I'm going to add a new section. It's going to be a blank section, and we'll put in it, let's say, a 2-column row. Now I'm going to hop over here, use my up button, and now I can move this section to the very top of my page. I can go
Right.
here and I can add a countdown timer. Bingo. I can hop over here and I can add a sub headline. I can make my sub headline say
Yep.
ends, let's say geez Louise, 16, 6/16/25. Then I can align that left. I can go over here to my timer, into my timer settings. We can make that a countdown timer of whatever, cool, sure, fine, whatever. It's just a timer. Then I can go in here and I can change up all of my settings. I can move it left and right if I wanted to. I can do the whole thing. But now I can then go into my section settings here, Doug. I can go down to my padding and I can remove my top padding and my bottom padding. I can make this as skinny as possible. I could also
Okay.
go into my section settings and maybe I wanted to put a little background on it, right? Maybe I want to use that bad boy, or maybe I want to use this
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
boy just to really pull their eye and draw it
Yeah.
to it. So now I can have my timer kicking down. Then right below your button, I would also put another timer right there because I'm really just trying to lean into urgency and scarcity here. So now
Okay.
we could have another timer going to the same exact time here. Does that all make sense?
It does. Yeah. 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 And I like the border thing. I'm getting, I think that's a nice way to highlight things and set things off.
Nice. Yep, I agree.
Okay. Um, how do I get back to my screen share if you have a
Just
second?
just share your screen again.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I can work on that. There we go.
There we are.
Um,
Beautiful.
okay, and then okay, so oh, okay, so we fix that here, and I can have the countdown timer here. It's going to be on the first page, but this would be a good spot for it here as well. You think for the thank you page?
I don't think so. The only reason I would put it here on the thank you is just to remind them like of the date that the countdown ends. So
Yeah.
because this is your thank you page. They've said yes. They've entered the
Yes.
giveaway. So that is done. We're now moved on. If you wanted to put the date that the giveaway ends and you wanted to have a countdown timer that says maybe you have 2 days left, make sure to check your email because we're announcing the winner through email.
Okay.
If you wanted that, then sure. But aside from that, they've done the action and now it's time to
Yeah.
fulfill. Now it's time to get them the things that you promised.
Okay. Yeah. We don't need to put the timer there. That they've already signed up.
Yep. Cool.
So I'll be working on this now. This share with your friends. I think this, if I know you use a spinning wheel or something, you said some type of software to pick the winner once you get all the email addresses,
Yep.
names and email addresses. I can figure that out later. But the if you actually want to, my impression of, when people say, uh, share with your friends and get extra entries, I begin to wonder if, they're just collecting extra emails, and stuff like that, and not giving somebody an extra entry. So, um, that's just my opinion of it. And I want to deliver on that if I'm giving people extra entry. So does this need to be, I think this needs to be like like a custom code, a CSS. And then what I have here is just, oh, let me do the preview. What I have here, um, how do I how do I get them the link to share? I mean, this is just back to this just goes back to, the page on their thank you page. So how do they save this, or do I send them in a workflow and give them, and they share via email, or how does the share thing work on a page like this? I guess that's my question.
The answer is all the above. So you're going to put it on step 2, and you hyperlinked the text and made it clickable, but you don't have to. You just literally share the URL of your funnel where they can send the registration page to others. That's it, Doug. They're going to highlight it, they're going to right click it, they're going to copy it just like they would copy any other text or any other URLs to send back to their people. That's it. And you shared the URL here perfectly, just like you're supposed to. I'd also have it in the workflow. In the email that I send them, thanking them for joining the giveaway, I would then also send the link there in that email. Hey, make sure to get some extra entries to ensure that you have the best chances of winning. Copy this URL, send it to your friends.
Okay, and they can also simply just forward that email to their friends as well. That would be a good way for them to do that.
They could as well, 100%.
Okay, so if I want to unlink this, just go to settings and then, or do I
If you
just,
want to unlink it, just click off to the side, get out of the settings,
yeah,
and just click the link. Just click the text that's linked. Bingo. And now just remove the URL. Click the URL 3 times. 1, 2, 3. It's an easy way to highlight everything.
oh,
Backspace, remove it. Bingo. It's all gone.
huh,
Oh, and now you could I think it's just still set as blue. So go back to that text. Yep,
yeah.
click it. Click the hyperlink text. Yeah, I would just remove the text, honestly, Doug. I would just remove that text you hyperlinked and I would retype it out and it won't be hyperlinked. Super simple.
Oh, just type out the hyperlink, like start anywhere
Yeah,
here,
exactly. We could go back into it and change the colors and unlink and do all that, but I would just delete that text, retype it out. Easy peasy.
and then I could highlight it if I wanted to, basically, or
That's
bold it or something.
yes. That's
Okay.
exactly right, Doug.
And then here, check your email for confirmation. That's just like a statement,
Yeah,
there's no action I need to do there. It's just a statement of fact, or a statement of
correct. You don't do the action
FYI.
there. You're telling them to take the action, so they just go check their email.
All right. All right. And then if you have 1 second quickly, I want to go back over here. So I've got, before I started this giveaway funnel here, or excuse me, the giveaway and the sweepstakes, so to speak, to get my lead magnet. I had a landing page. I'm trying to get back here. What's going on here? I just had like a landing page for my concept that I had built in ClickFunnels, and the point is, I was going to post like links on social media and stuff, and Facebook and Instagram stuff like that with a URL, just so people would get to know, the page a little bit like that. But then I started thinking, dangerous, I know if I do that, but so I had this page here, and I figured maybe I could somehow incorporate the funnel I just did in there. So it was just basically a page like this. It was an about us page like this. But what I ended up doing is trying to get people, maybe if they landed on my landing page, which is separate than the funnel, of course, for the giveaway,
Yep.
and then just start to draw something big is coming, and then a little bit about us. Um, so basically, I'm trying to go down here and get, some of this can go away, but basically,
Get them from this landing page to your giveaway funnel where they can enter the giveaway.
exactly, because this was
Yeah.
just a landing page about us and it was nothing. So I'm like, it's not linked to anything right now. But then I did this, and then oopsie, let me put this in preview. So I think, oh, what I was going to do is I started building the second page, and I was trying to figure out how to copy the whole row or the section, for uh the what am I trying to say, the entry form, and then put it
Mhm.
into the second page here, on the second part of my landing page funnel. And then I'm like, well, I built, because I haven't done this before. I built the funnel already. Why can't I just link the URL? There's no need to make a second page, right?
Yes, absolutely right.
So that was a light bulb that went on. So this is what I did with that, and then that should go to there it goes.
Bingo. Perfect. Only thing you should change, Doug, hit back on the browser here.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
sorry, back.
no, you're okay. Go back to that browser tab. One browser tab left.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now back on the browser.
Well, now I'm back in the
Yes.
browser. Okay.
There we go. Just change up the order here, Doug. You're absolutely right. You can use this landing page to send people over to the giveaway. Take me up to the top, please.
Okay.
You hit the headline. Something big is coming. Are you ready to win? Question mark. Love that little curiosity. Time to ruffle some feathers. Hit some with the logo. Scroll me down below. And then you're going to About Us and Early Birds and all of that. About Us should be at the very bottom. You should go right into your headline and then right below the logo there, the image, right into the giveaway. Win $200 in prizes. Just go right into the big thing that they're going to be getting. And then About Us is at the very bottom. You go into About Us, and the thing that you're trying to get them to do is at the very bottom of
Yeah.
the funnel. We want that to be at the very top, and then supporting information to be down below.
Okay. Yeah, because I have to just think a little differently because this originally was just supposed to be a landing page and about us, basically. So
Mhm.
since I've kind of converted it into its own kind of like, landing page for like a lead magnet, then that focus should be up top and the about us, I just have to modify that and drop that down.
That's it. Yes, sir.
So that should actually be below the link where they go. Everything should be below this. So they might not actually they might actually go to the giveaway first before they actually read the about us, which I guess is okay, right?
That's perfect. 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, all right. Well, I'm good. That gets me going.
Awesome. Great stuff, Doug. When are you going to launch this?
Uh, as soon as possible, I guess would be the answer. But I don't know what else I need to do.
I don't think you have to do much. Just redo that page. I want you to avoid what took me years to figure out how to avoid, Doug. Come up with a launch date. I learned
Okay.
this from Russell, actually. Come up with a launch date, write it on a board somewhere that you can see it, somewhere visible, and stick to it. If you choose that your launch date is going to be this Tuesday, tomorrow, great. If you choose next Monday, great. But choose a launch date, and regardless of what your funnel looks like, regardless of what you've gotten done, you are launching on that launch date. It's awesome. It's the best way to do things because if you're not ready by the time launch date comes, that's the last time you'll not be ready by launch date. And if you are ready, then you're going to launch and do the thing and you're going to feel amazing about it.
Okay. I will definitely take that under advisement, under strong advisement.
Cool.
Um, and then my final question, I guess what I would need to know is kind of the point where Charlie's at is I have to figure out the Facebook ad thing to run that, correct? For 3 days?
Yes. Yes.
So let me work on this a little bit and then, even if it's not perfect, I can move forward and start working on the Facebook ads and then just try to hit that date.
Yes, sir. Love that. It's perfect, Doug.
Uh, All right, my friend.
Hey,
Thank you
hey,
so much.
Doug, if you want to see my school community, you can just join it and you can see what I've done. I don't know if it'll be
Okay.
helpful or not, but if you go to school and just type in bourbon, it should be the top one. And then you
So
can just join and you can see what I've done and we can talk about it if you want.
that'd be awesome. So if you actually seriously, if I put in bourbon on the school group, you're the guy that pops up like just so you're like on the map page #1, right? The
I'm
map
I'm
school page.
I'm in the top 20% of all school for hobbies. It's crazy.
Nice, nice. I could use that kind of crazy.
I mean, there's a lot of engagement. Once it gets going, it gets going.
Well, that's going to be awesome, man. Looking forward to getting that subscription club going and getting some um, recurring revenue there, Charlie.
Yep.
All right, I'll do it. I'll check it out. I appreciate it. We'll see you on the next call, all you guys.
Cool.
That
All
sounds
right,
great,
man.
gang. That's funnel hackers helping funnel hackers. We love that here in OFA. But gang, it's been a great call today. Thanks for showing up early on a Monday. I know some of you guys I'll see later in the 2 o'clock call. Very much so looking forward to that. But we are going to have another amazing week here in OFA. Thanks for being with me this morning, gang. I'll let you go for now. Have an amazing rest of your day. Catch you tomorrow. Ooh, tomorrow, Trey Day. So tomorrow, you guys, we have normal coaching at 11 o'clock, just like you've been doing. But anybody else who might be in the 2 p.m. cohort, feel free. Tomorrow at 12 p.m., just click the same link you've been using. It joins you into this Zoom room so everybody can be there for